Your Ansible playbooks just died with no module named YAML. A single sudo pip install Ansible broke the entire control node. Let's break down Ansible Installation Guide, how it works, and the exact mistake behind that failure. Ansible is an open-source automation tool that lets you manage servers, deploy apps, and orchestrate tasks without installing agents on target machines. It uses SSH and YAML playbooks to define desired states. Before installing Ansible, ensure your control node has Python 3.6+ and an SSH client. Let's check with a quick script. Run these commands to verify Python, pip, and SSH are available. If any are missing, install them using your system's package manager. On Ubuntu/Debian, the safest method is using the distro's package manager. It handles dependencies and won't break your system Python. Run these commands to install Ansible via apt. The output shows the version and Python location. On macOS, Homebrew is the standard. It installs Ansible in its own directory, isolated from system Python. Run these commands to install Ansible via Homebrew. The output shows the config file and Python location. Ansible doesn't run natively on Windows. Use WSL2 with Ubuntu, then follow the Ubuntu install steps. Avoid Cygwin or MSYS2. Inside your WSL Ubuntu terminal, run these commands to install Ansible. Now let's test Ansible against your local machine. Create an inventory file and run the ping module. Run these commands. You should see Pong if everything is working. This is the same issue we highlighted at the start. Here's exactly why that happened. A junior admin ran sudo pip install Ansible, which overwrote system Python packages, breaking the YAML module that Ansible depends on. Playbook stopped running with ImportError. Running sudo pip install Ansible installs packages globally, overwriting system Python modules, and breaking the YAML module Ansible depends on. The fix was to reinstall Python 3 and pip from scratch, then install Ansible in a virtualenv. This isolates Ansible from system Python, preventing future breakage. Never use sudo pip install Ansible on Ubuntu. It installs into the system Python and can break OS tools that depend on specific package versions. Always use apt or a virtualenv. This is the exact mistake from the incident. Never run sudo pip install Ansible. Always use a virtualenv or the distro's package manager. If you have both apt and pip versions, Ansible version might show an old one. Remove the apt version with sudo apt remove Ansible and reinstall via pip. The article mentions using a virtualenv but doesn't show the full command sequence. Here's a complete, production-ready snippet that creates a venv, activates it, and installs Ansible, avoiding system Python conflicts. On Python 3.12+, pip install Ansible outside a virtual environment fails with an externally managed environment error. The article's pip install commands, e.g., pip install Ansible, will not work on these systems unless a virtual environment is used. Always use a venv or pipx on Python 3.12+. Pipx installs Ansible in an isolated environment and adds it to your path automatically, simpler than managing virtualenvs manually. This is a recommended alternative for laptops and CI. If you run into issues, start by checking the Python environment and listing installed Ansible versions. Use these commands to diagnose and fix common problems. Let's run through some common interview questions. Push vs pull mode. Push uses control node. Pull uses Ansible pull from Git. Ansible versus Terraform. Ansible configures servers. Terraform provisions cloud resources. Playbook failure handling. Stops on failure. Use ignore errors or rescue blocks. And a few frequently asked questions. Best way to install. Use pip in a virtualenv or pipx. Ansible core versus Ansible. Ansible core is minimal. Ansible includes community collections. Can Ansible run on Windows? Only via WSL2 or Docker. Let's recap the key takeaways. Install via virtualenv for isolation. Use WSL2 on Windows, Homebrew on macOS. Never use sudo pip install. Verify with Ansible ping localhost. Ready to go deeper? Up next, Ansible execution environments, then event-driven Ansible, then Ansible Azure Automation. Find them all at thecodeforge.io. Thanks for watching. The full article and code examples are covered in detail at thecodeforge.io.